c'est nous. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks to be with the Hockey Nation show on the special edition of the Ab Nation on this great Wednesday night, 10 o'clock p.m. Usually we start at 10 o'clock, 8:30, but tonight we create something different because we just did the game Laval Rocket against the Belleville Senator. Tonight, of course, we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens, and the big subject, honestly, the big subject is about the 2-year deal at $5 million for Mr. La Baguette, Alexandre Texier. Add news, and then we're going to talk about what is missing for the Montreal Canadiens. So a couple of things we can discuss tonight about the Montreal Canadiens. A short show tonight, guys. We're not going to be here for all night. We don't have a lot of time. We can talk about Montreal Canadiens. I think it was appropriate to do that, and I think it will be fun to do it too. So please don't forget, guys, to click on the like, subscribe at the Hockey National Show. And Luciano is going to join me live in the next 5 minutes, I believe, and we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. Of course, Stan the Man is in the house tonight. Welcome back, Stan. Brew joined us. Larry N returned with us right now with RDP. Mark Elliott is with us a little bit. And then I will say a little bit later for sure, Mark Elliott. And then for other people in the chat, thanks so much to be with our Canadian show. We appreciate it a lot. And I'm going to jump in right away. What we do, guys, at the beginning, honestly, tradition game is amazing. Larry N. Yeah, you're right about that. I would like to do the highlights. And now, because I'm alone, I'm going to do only one headline tonight we got on this show, the Hockey Nation show. And it's not like a big one, but I think it's important to talk about this. Is congestion not on the street in Montreal? Maybe it is on the Texier Boulevard or maybe on the Metropolitan. But one thing is going on right now in Montreal is getting congestion inside of Montreal Canadiens and the lineup and the roster. Why? Because now you have the returning of players, injuries. We got Anderson back. We got Cooley back. Dak Evans is getting close. Line is getting close. And then you have Newhook after that. Put this, you took about 4 players right there. You have no room inside of this roster, so they will have to make a lot of big change for Martin Saint-Louis can use Jeff Gordon to figure out who we keep, who can go to Laval, who is going to be on the waiver, and is it a player example, Budzik example. Beck can go there, no problem, but still Black cannot anymore. Villano cannot anymore. Put this together, guys, is congestion. It's a good way to be congestion sometimes, but that's rare. We have this in Montreal for years after we decide to rebuild that one. And this is going to be very, very interesting. What are you going to do? How are you going to use this? How are you going to make this happen? For hockey fans like where we are here in Montreal, we are eager to know the decision of Montreal Canadiens. And we have to see what will be the situation the next couple of weeks. What will be the line? Who's going to play on the first line? Is it TC stay there? Is it Kirby Doc? Is it Lining? Or is it any other players could be there? And that's something we have to figure out about that definitely the next couple of days. And the Montreal Canadiens is not only congestion in Montreal. We have only congestion with the goaltender. That's another thing what is going on with Montreal Canadiens. And it will be very interesting what he's going to do in the next couple of days. The session. Daryl is in the house on this one. Stan is with us. Larry Lavallée, Larry and Kenchana. Welcome in the house also. Stan, with no more back-to-back game until March. When do you see one goalie descend to Laval? I thought they're going to do this right now, but they are on the road. I think they're going to use Fuller tomorrow night, and then you're going to get Fuller Tobage Saturday, or maybe for Montebo. But it's a question of time. It could happen on the weekend or tomorrow. Could happen for the Montreal again. Want to welcome back, guys. Luciano is with us tonight. Welcome back, Luciano.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
I'm good. Let me turn on my audio because when I'm alone, I turn off everything, so I don't have
Gotcha.
Rangers scored another goal. The 7-4 right now. The Rangers with 4 minutes to go. Lafreniere
Uh-oh.
scored his 10th goal of the season tonight. With no more back, we answer to you, sister Stan Villano. Never could. Good evening, M&M from British Columbia. Thanks to be with us. We appreciate that. You have any question, guys? You can talk about you can ask any question for sure. And the first thing we'll talk about this, Luciano, is about the not initial news, but the Montreal Canadiens news. And the Montreal Canadiens news was honestly the big one today. Is about le Français, la baguette. Alexandre Texier got a contract of 2 years at $2.5 million per AAV for a total of $5 million. And of course, he has 16.25 games with the Montreal Canadiens. And we have a couple of, people talk about this. So what is your first impression about that signature for Montreal Canadiens?
Well, I mean, the term is good. The money is good. Um, I think it's a genius move by Hughes, but I wouldn't put it past that that Tessier could still be part of a trade down the road. Let's be honest, it's a very lucrative contract, but I was talking to Intertap today and I saw a few guys saying, it might be too early, this and that. I agree with that, but imagine you wait till the end of the season and this guy has scored 25 goals. What's his contract going to look like now compared to what he signed to today?
Yeah.
I think that's a genius move by Hughes. And if they're looking to make a trade down the road, this is a very lucrative contract for any team that's looking to add Texier to their lineup. So either way, they win.
No, there is a good point about that for sure. And on the three goalie for Ab, no, Matt, we don't have it. Thanks again to be with us. First of all, this for me is a contract. It's a good contract, by the way. First of all, secondly, this is a transition. And when I talk about the word transition, is this way, Luciano. Montreal Canadiens, the next 2 years, they should have Michael Edge join the Montreal Canadiens, right, at some point. Zarowski will be right there. That will give a time for Budzik and a young player from Montreal Canadiens, a Kapanen, everything like that. And the next 2 years, this is where the Montreal Canadiens will be really at the two next level. And I think this is where I think start next year could make that trade you talk about, but not necessary. I don't think he's a first line player. For what we have right now, is good. That's perfect. But a little bit longer next season, I would be surprised he become a third line for the Montreal Canadiens. He's responsible. It's not like he's not a bad player. He have a lot of good offensive side, good hands, and he's responsible on the three side. I have no problem for me to play him on the third line with the Montreal Canadiens. But again, I just talk about the congestion with Montreal Canadiens. Who can be there, right? Who can be at the third line? Is it New Hook? Is it Kirby Doc? Anderson? It will be another candidate. Budzik could be another candidate. Philippe Dano would be another candidate on the third line. So you have a lot of players right there. But that would be also give a chance for Montreal Canadiens to make a trade or maybe not resign a players on the UFA for next season. That's what I see that. I think for me, it's a little bit what they did not do last year with Joel Armia. I think Joel Armia, it's the same kind of money they have for Armia. 2.5, 2 years last year. I think this is what they want to do, protect this. Is a player, NHL also want to play Montreal, and he is happy to be in Montreal, but this is just transition, short term. It's not like a big term and a long term, and you don't commit yourself a lot. Like you said, it could be trade at the second year.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. But it's funny because you bring up Hage, and we having a conversation with Intertap today, and we're saying to ourselves, do you trade for somebody before Hage comes that could help you get into those playoffs? Do you make that move now, or you just stay patient, stay the course, and focus on what you got right now? To me, I don't know. With the group that's here now, I mean, most of these guys are still going to be here. Making the playoffs, to me, for these guys is huge. They need the experience. I'm not saying that they're going to go 3 rounds. Even if it's 1 round for the next couple of years, 2 rounds, the experience is going to help these guys out tremendously down the road. So do you make a trade now that's going to help you get that playoff experience? I don't know. But somebody's going to have to go because he's got some tough decisions to make coming up.
Yeah, definitely about
And
that. Cosmo, welcome back in the chat. By the way, there's a little bit like Matt Lucian is talking about this right now. Marc Elliott, TC, Brent Edge, expect to see University next year. I don't think so, guys. Michael Edge right now, they have nothing to do in NCAA anymore. He have to move on. Most of the ghost kind of player like him and everybody, guys, move on the next level after 2 years. So I expect him to get there. Senator 8 and the Rangers 4. And empty net by Tim Souza on this one. That said, Luciano, I think what would they have, and to answer back to Mr. Cosmic, and welcome back, I don't think so Montreal going to make any trade. I'll be shocked. I think they know they have what they need to do, and I don't think so a big trade or a trade will helping them right now. With Dano now in the lineup, Jake Evans in the lineup, Anderson, Gallagher, just experience-wise right now I'm talking about. I think that's enough. I don't think so they're going to go move the middle. Ali has some injuries. New Hook, Doc, lining. I don't see that. I don't know how they're going to get there. I think we talk about them on my thumbnail. We're missing a top 6 winger, in my opinion, and that's going to not happen before summertime. I don't see that.
yeah, I mean, you got to figure out first what's going on with the guys that are coming back. I mean, you signed Texier. Pretty good chance Laney's not going to be wearing a Habs jersey this year, in my opinion. Do they give him a shot that he can help the power play? I don't know. But somebody right now won't be wearing a Habs jersey this season with this signing. So who it is, I don't know. Still a lot of unknowns with Doc, how he's going to be when he gets back. New Hook, I think he can be counted on. The biggest question mark for me is Doc and what he's going to give this team when he gets back.
But at the end of the day, if you think about this, right, you have 3 players going to be down, I believe. Sammy Blair, Owen Beck, Joe Villano. That's 3 right there. And from that, you're going to get, you have Evans, Doc, and Lining. That fixed the 3 player right there. So they have not a spot right now to get 14. But one yoke is coming back. You have to put one more. That'll be interesting. If you have no injury, what are you going to do about that? And they can play as 6 defensemen if they want to, and they can send down a goalie to open another spot so that forward will be right there. But again, how do you going to mix everything? I'm not sure. How do you going to fix all the line? I'm not sure yet. It's too early, and we don't know what you look like. Doc when he's coming back, everything like that. So we want to wish a good night to Larry and of course, and then thanks for video to be back. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. I want to move on. It's like you said, this is a quick show. It's not a long show. We just want to talk about it. Then you have any question you want to mention to us, please don't hesitate to question us. And then you want to talk about subject, please let us know. I want to bring to you the game recap yesterday. Luciano. We're not going to go there right now. It was my last step right there. The turning point for me is the power play for the Montreal Canadiens yesterday. 2-man advantage for 1 minute and 4 seconds. Did not score. Caulfield with no S but a D. Zuski are struggling at 5-on-5. Anderson Gallagher scored a goal. What do you think about this game overall? And then I'm going to make other comments after that.
Yeah. So they had Washington where they had them. Remember, I said Washington is 9-0 at home when leading after the first period. They were up 2-0. They played 2 great periods of 5-on-5 hockey. And Washington is deadly 5-on-5. And the third period, I mean, I wouldn't say it was a collapse. I think when you play a team like Washington, you're up 2-0 in the third after the second period. Third period is just shut down hockey. End of story. Listen, you get a chance, you take your chances. 5-on-3, that was the chance right there to close that game out for good. But I mean, The power play is what's killing them right now. And let's be honest, in the last 5 games, Caulfield and Suzuki have 1 goal
Yeah.
between both. How many games are you going to win when Galley and Anderson are your goal scorers? I don't know if you're going to win many games.
No, you're right about that for sure. First of all, the 5-on-3 was a bit difficult for Montreal Canadiens. I think he tried to get with Dobson. He removed Hudson on that one and did not work again. 5-on-3, 5-on-4. We switched now. Buffalo scoring empty net, guys, and that's it. 5-2. McLeod scored a goal. That said, Luciano is 5-on-4. We switched Demidov and Hudson for Texier and Dobson. I'm not sure why. You know what I mean? And I understand that the power play Montreal does not work very well for the last couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks now. But still, I think you better to keep Hudson on the ice. He is the guy can change everything, in my opinion. So this is questionable. I don't know what it look like the power play tonight against Buffalo, but the power play. There's a reason why I believe they lose yesterday. If you don't score a goal in the power play in the NHL now, you don't win game. It's 75%, 70% at least. You don't win game if you don't score power play. You're a special team.
Totally agree.
And they need to get that back again. They was number 5 at some point power play, and now they are number 6. Now they drop at 10, I believe, but still, they have to make the effective player, the right players, everything like that. Secondly, the first line. Yes, they have they have like 7 points. I think it was not yesterday, but the day before that, right? Monday night, they have 5 points for the first line, 7 points second line. They're looking good. But again, it was really TC run again. I think Nick Suzuki is really the one right now. We need him most at 5-on-5. I don't know what's going on. He does not have the same touch on the shooting percentage. Doesn't score like usually he does. He go for 33 goals a couple of years ago. Now he dropped at 30 next year. And then possibly he maybe not reach 25 goals. And we know he's always a slump and generate and come back. But I think some point he need to step up. This is his team. This is the captain. This is what he look like. And the first line would be go through him. On that one. On the flip side, Caulfield struggling for about 10, 15 games now. He's scored 1 goal sometime, but he's not the same. Caulfield, his accuracy is not the same anymore like he was before. I'm not too much worried about him because he still have a percentage of 3-4 shots per game. He does not get the puck in the net. That's pretty much what I'm a little bit, disappointed about him. But it's not TC. TC complete them. It's not TC go to run that line. And I think they need that line. If not, it will be trouble.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was once again always talking with energy.
Yeah,
I get it, but against Washington, that first line has to score.
I lose you.
That
I lose
second
your
line has
voice.
to contribute.
I lost you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. You can talk. Yeah.
Okay. No, what I was saying, like in games against teams like Washington, teams like a Tampa, Florida, like that first, second line, they've got to generate. Against teams like that, they got to score. Points are great, but if you're not scoring, no.
You're absolutely about that.
So,
for sure. I will say one more thing about the third period because I think you make a lot of good points for the third period, by the way. You talk about the fact they take a chance, right? They take a chance, but I think they really it's not an excuse. I understand that, but you can see they had no gas in the tank. Like they was like dead. But that said, when you tire, usually, first of all, you're not skating like usually you do, and then your awareness, your mindset is not there. You're tired, and you can see mistake after mistake. The execution was not there, and unfortunately for Montembeau, he keep the team at the end of the game. He got 2 deflect puck and front the net, but mistake. on the overtime, 10 shot against them guys, 10-1 the shot on the overtime. You see the mistake of Sakaski at the end. He started with a broken stick by Dano. Zuski did not cover his man. That's you got a penalty there. They burned the penalty. Carrier blocked the shot 2 times against Ovechkin. And then at the end, Sakaski did not cover the man in front of the net. Same situation on the 2 goal. Mistake Budzik 1 time. And then you got Carrier, I believe, or another defenseman did not cover. I think it was Carrier, did not cover the guy in front of the net. Those mistakes, it's usually because they play a solid 2 period, Luciano. They was pretty good the first 2 period right there. This is the first time, by the way, the Capitals came back and won the game, won Detroit by 2 goals. Like they never came back on the 3rd period all year long with 2 goals. So again, nothing wrong. But it's a huge point on the road. But when you lead 2-0, you want to close it, and you have opportunity before that. The Texier one time a shot with Thompson, make a big save. Montebo keep you. You have a lot of. I think that's my next thing about that. I think at the end of the day, you have a lot of positive to get out that game, but you have some negativities on the side of that game too, and that's what you have to evaluate that game overall. But after the game, you get frustrated, but you wake up tomorrow morning like you did this morning. They said, "Look, someone tell me they're going to be 3-1-1 and 5 games and 7 days," so we said, "Whoa, that gave them 7 points on 10. That would be huge," and they did it. So I have to give credit for that one. The only game they lost is 4-0 against Buffalo, against Detroit. That's it. The rest they've been in the game. They scored 44 shots against Detroit, 41 shots. They play hard. They score goal. It's just yesterday they have to be more mature, close the goal, and close those games. But it's part of the learning process. And I think the most frustrated for them is Washington. It's Washington again. It's again there,
I'm
right?
I'm gonna put the 3rd period a little bit on Marty, because and he's learning too. Don't get me wrong. They could have easily won that game 2-0. They didn't need to score another goal. If you have the opportunity, sure. But if you're in the dressing room after the second intermission, leading 2-0 against Washington at home, my talk with the guys is like, guys, we're up 2-0. Just shut it down. We're not looking to take chances. If the chance shows up, like, the power play, sure. But if not, just shut it down, guys. Just shut it down. So
now you're upset about that. I think they tried to do it. I think they was trying to do it, but the mistake they create, the opportunity they create, that's happened there. The turnover, everything like that's part of one you get at the 3rd period, where it's like you drive on the highway, Luciano, and then you see the lights red on your tank, right? It's red. We need to get out, and then you go out, and then you try to get at the rest area to get your tank full, but poof, you stop right there in the middle of the curve, and you stop right there. That's happened with Montreal yesterday. They just know nothing in their tank. They was completely dead, and they tried maybe more management, maybe. But again, it's hard. We have how many power play they got yesterday? 5? Washington? 5? So it's 10 minutes. You use the same players all the time, whatever. You know what I mean? Like they have extra. Madison played 27 minutes again last night. It's difficult. Again, it's not excuse. It's not excuse. But I think this is a good learning for them. At the end of the day, I think that's pretty good for that one. Gary Coney, welcome back. Thanks for all the likes we got so far. Very quickly for you, I don't know you can get out there, but I think we could do this. The stood out, obscure at our face, a turning point. What are they for you?
Stood out, I'll put Monty.
Monday, yeah, stood out.
Yeah. Obscure, I'm not sure about that one.
I'll give you a name. Josh Anderson.
Yeah.
You talk about the PK. The PK. Yeah. He was very good. He scored a goal on the PK too. And I think he's energized on the ice, bring Budzik to elevate his game. It's not a big game, Budzik, but he make that line more strong, I believe, for me.
Yeah. At the office, I'm going to put I don't know. I'm going to put Suzuki for that penalty. And that's my turning
For the
point,
game
too.
too. I think for the game too. I think not only
Yeah.
penalty. I think for the game he need to be more.
Yeah.
I agree with you about that. Definitely about
So
that.
he'll take the office and the turning point for me,
Turning point for me
unfortunately.
is really the power play at 5 versus 3. Because I believe if Montreal scored at that moment, I think it was 1-0 maybe at that moment, or whatever, you start the third period at 3-0, this game is over. Like, this is over.
Yeah.
Washington, we shut down everything. They're not going to come back. Montreal will control that. I think for me, the turning point is right there on this one. Stood out, Mark Montembeault, Obscure, Anderson, Office, Suzuki, turning point, final 3. Here we go, Mark.
Yeah.
You nailed it with what you just said, everything like that. I believe that's the way to do that. That's good also. Let's move on to the next game, guys. Like I said, we're going to bring a couple of things right here for that one. The Menage à Trois. They have a lot of things going on with the Montreal Canadiens. I make a video today. I talk the question about that. Menage à Trois. And I bring this to you. Here we go. I think I have this somewhere. Menage à Trois. Menage à Trois. I said it something like that. I don't know where I put this on this one. But
Okay.
that way, Tobage is winning. Montembeault is performing. And I think the goaltender right now, the most consistency is Fowler. So this is a big problem. This is a problem. Well, not a problem, but this is a good problem they have. But what do you think would happening for them?
Well, I got to be honest. The comment that Dobesh made the other night, I didn't hear clear till Airtap told me today. I could land him back in Laval. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I mean, Fowler's played how many games? 9 or 8?
Well, I don't know, maybe now at 9, but I could be wrong. I
9,
think you
yeah,
have
I
8,
believe
but
9.
I think at 4-2-2, maybe 4-3-2 now.
Yeah, yeah. I still got to see Fowler in a few more games. I not that I'm not convinced. I think he's great. I think he's very poised in net. Um, but I still need to see a few more games. You know, it's a big difference when there's two goalies playing, and you're splitting the games between one another. But at the end, I really think they're going to go with Dobesh back in Laval,
Yeah.
especially if Monty continues to play the way he's playing. I could see it, but the other night, somebody, I think it was Mark, who made the comment: when a goalie hasn't played in 2 weeks, you cannot expect much from him when he comes back. That's what I believe.
Good point about that. Exactly. Fuller is a 4-3-2, by the way, so we are right. 2.46, a save percentage of 0.908 for Fuller. It's not bad at all. KCR, welcome back. Tony is in the house. I saw the highlight, but we hit the 2 goal post on the clean shot, and the first 2 minutes, we could easily have been up to 4-0 of that game. It's tricky. Montembeault recent play at the make the Menage à Trois complicated. Cannot blame a goalie who was trapped by a yellow journalist for the comments about that. I'm not worried about the comments by Fowler, by the way. I understand Tobage frustration. Montembeault should have set him for 2 weeks, Mark. Fowler to Laval so that he can play more game. Send the man about this. Fowler is back in the American for the Olympic break. Yes, I expect that one with that. Trade Montembeault and let Dobesh Fowler with you about that. Just question like that, and people in the chat, would you trade Montembeault or not?
Not right now. No way. No. If you're going to the playoffs, which is what you want to be doing this year and the following next few years, I think you want Monty there. If he continues playing like this, you're going to want Monty in net. So I'm not convinced Fowler would be ready for playoffs right now. I think that would be a lot on him. I'm not saying he wouldn't perform well, but it's a lot of pressure on a young kid. So I wouldn't trade Monty. No way.
No, you're right. I said that me last week or last month, 2 weeks ago. I said that situation will be all depend on Montembeau. One Montebo, if he come back strong, Montebo will push one of the two young out of that Menage à Trois. If Montebo struggling, I will keep a little bit longer about that. But now when Montebo is, I know 4 games, it's not end of the world, like he's not like a carrier about that. But I'll be honest with you, Montebo, he looked Montebo last year, more square, control more. He's not like unbalanced, not go left and right. The one have a very bad movement is for Tobesh. Maywall
Kobesh.
is the one winning every game. But now you have to look about offensive. One follower is between the pipe. The Montreal score only 2.84, 3.57 for Montembeau, and 4.43 for Tobesh. So sometimes you have some luck, right? Your offense score more goals, everything like that. It depends who you play against too. That's another factor. We don't talk about those numbers. It's still too early for me. Yeah, no rush at the end of the day.
No.
Like the Olympics, you have this week, right? They play Thursday, Saturday next week, normal week. Now, after that, you get the end of the week, and then you get out for the Olympics. It's 3 weeks until then. If nothing happened this week at the end of the week, I think they can stay there until the Olympics. But
Yeah, no, I agree.
if it's happened this weekend, I think there will be something to get there. But it's hard to send someone because all three looking good. The easy one is honestly Fowler. He's 21 years old. He go back there. That's it, right? Yeah, no more exam, everything like that. It's just if you send Tobesh, he's the one gave you 14 gold, 14 W right now. About that, I think you're going to see Fowler tomorrow night because they want to prove to him, he want to prove to Montreal, or they want to know if he can play the big game, like if he can play again the team where he can have a chance to win. That's what I see. I think it will come to the goalie the coach how he feel. I think for me, when Montreal play with Fowler, is the most like the most consistency goaltender, and everything is easy, not easy, but it's more control. The control, it's more controllable in front of the net when Fowler is there. Like he control the rebound, he square, he track the puck. It's easier. It's not unbalanced, everything like that, compared to the Bash. That said, I'm not an expert. I not know what you're going to do. Honestly, we just try to figure out. But if I was me right now, I keep all three goaltender, go to the weekend, and again, after that, you're going to see what they look like. Nothing wrong. The problem you have until this week is like every time they play, they cannot practice, so they have no shot on the goalie. The shot, you know what I mean? Like nothing. Good news. If you read about what happening, every time the goaltender is sit upstairs, this is the next goalie. So for me, Fowler was not there. Fowler play tomorrow night. McElliott scored a goal, guys. Can you believe it? I'm making a donation with the Leaf fans on the panel on McElliott about that one over there. So, Mr. Luciano, we get $10. Oh my God! Thank you. We're going to go, Mr. McElliott, on that one. Thanks so much. I appreciate a lot. We're going to get an assist to Mr. KCR, get an assist on that one. And Gary Connery not going to also an assist on that one. On the one, Tobesh, remember me, Steve Penny, Gary Connery. Let's see what the people think about this. Thanks so much, RG Calabro. About this, Tobesh is the less technical goalie out of the three, and for me, it's hurt his chance. Of course, Buff and Ottawa win tonight. This decision is actually killing me. KCR. Send me both follow Tobesh to Laval during the break. Keep them fresh, and maybe that goalie coach and Laval can help Tobesh like he did to add to Montembeau. Montembeau for McDavid, 1-for-1. Hey, too. About that, Matt, we don't need three goalie. Not trading Montembeau is need for the playoff. Trade Montembeau in the summer. That's possible there. I think if you have to trade one, maybe there about that. for sure. I think it's a good idea right there. Gary threw about the badge, been less technical, but that's not the worst thing in the world about that. The LDP also. Yeah, it's all your comments, guy. It's like you said, it makes sense to me. I have no problem. Let's move on for again, one more thing to talk about. Add or not add a player for the. We talked about this a bit early, but we can't finish with this
Yeah,
part. Uh, do you feel Montreal going to add someone at the trade deadline or not? Or do
I
you
don't
think
think
they
so.
can also sell someone at the trade deadline and to clarify the you know what I mean? Like they go with 13 players they think, and then maybe one of them, what it could be the most player you think they can do? Or they can trade or not at all. They not trade anyone.
Yeah. For me, there's too many questions right now that need to be answered before they make any moves. Um, and I've never been a big fan of, how can I say it? I don't like trading for short term. If I'm going to trade for somebody, I want longevity. I want someone who's going to be here from now until we're ready to be competitive and successful. The biggest problem I found with the Leafs, even though they made those playoffs every year, but every year they were adding a piece or two, a piece or two, a piece or two. To me, that doesn't, short term trades don't make sense. I want someone who's going to be here for the long haul. Now, short term sense trades to me make sense when, okay, you know what? Last year we went to the third round. We're getting closer. We can add a short term piece here to get us to that next level, but they're not there yet.
No,
So I don't see them adding a piece until they answer the Laney question, the Gallagher, the Doc, the New Hook. I don't see it.
exactly what they. I'll be shocked. First of all, going to have a top six forward, like a player on the market. I don't think so will happen. Right, open up. If you look, maybe Calgary, Vancouver, but I don't think so. They have players that can help the top six over there. Secondly, I think there will be more seller. I think they could sell one players. I know you're not going to like it, some people here, but I think they could trade Patrick Laine.
That one is going to be tough because, well, mind you, he's on his last year. You're going to have to add something in there to make that more lucrative. No one's just going to take Liney. Liney has got to be another player involved, I
Yeah, I will
believe.
give you a team right now. You're going to laugh at me, but I think he's going to become signed by UFA by Chicago Blackhawks next year.
That wouldn't surprise me.
He's going to get a 1 or 2 year deal. I think Patrick Laine is going to get only 1 year. I think every team going to get him only 1 year. And the reason to Chicago, guys, yeah, nothing against Patrick Laine. Chicago are going to be under the cap. Like they are struggling to stay over. And because you have too many young players, and they have like 900, 1 million, 100, Bedard is going to be the next generation like that. But still, with Bedard, with a new deal, he's going to stay on the under. So what they have to do now is to apply the trade Bronsois to get Rand Ellis contract because of that. I think they're going to get a player like that. And Panarin is not going to return in Chicago. Be shocked. So only one thing can give $5-6 million, $7 million, maybe eight to Patrick Laine
Yeah.
1 year. It could be Chicago. That said, you can say maybe the Montreal can keep Patrick Laine. I just don't feel with everything they have right now, they will fit inside of that. I understand what kind of player he could be, but can he follow the he didn't skate for since November and October?
Yeah. I
And
just, nothing against him, coach, but I've watched him on the bench when he's played with the Habs. I just don't see him part of that Montreal culture,
yeah,
like a Tessier, like a Hudson, like a Slavkovsky. Yeah, granted, those guys are all younger. I just don't see him accepting that Montreal culture of that team. I just don't see it.
yeah. I understand PLW said maybe the way the power play works, everything like that. Yeah, possible there too, but I don't think so. They will go that way. Again, but I think for me, Erline, Strouble, A2, Tobash could be another one. I don't think they will trade any goaltender. I could be wrong. At least a team already gave them something huge because they didn't need a goaltender, right? But otherwise, I
So
don't think so. It will happen on that one.
Do-
Um,
Dopesh could, sorry to interrupt, coach, but there's a lot of teams that would be looking for a goaltender. And you could get something really good for Dobesh. Teams that are desperate looking for goalies,
oh yeah,
but I wouldn't want to trade him
yeah.
yet.
You can get something because everybody's looking for one position. When you have this, it's happening there. But that's something definitely you have to. And finish the show, guy. We don't want to hold everybody here a long time, but we want to get that one. Next game, Buffalo, Ottawa. Buffalo tomorrow night. We know Buffalo win again. I think they are 14 and 16 right now. Buffalo, I believe it is, if I can recall it properly. Uh, um, on
Buffalo
that
last
one.
11 games, 9-2-0.
Yeah. So this is a team. It's a good challenge for the Montreal Canadiens, by the way. On that one over there. If you look about the wild card, Buffalo now are back in the wild card. They kick out Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. They are 54 points. They play for 600. 8-2-0 the last 10 game. Toronto is out. Pittsburgh is out. Boston is in, but Boston play 47 games. So the winning percentage, guys, just give you an idea, guys, between 567 to 574. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We talk about 9 percentage winning percentage. This is the highest number. 11, I apologize. We have 5 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 battle for one spot wild card in Luciano. And that's what I said early. If you battle on that area, guys, if you are right now the Panthers, they have 3 points behind. You have Devils, they are 4 points behind. It's hard. You have to cross 16. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
so to me, Marty's decision of who goes in net in these divisional games is huge because you want to put the guy who's going to give you the best chance to win those divisional games. Now, tomorrow night against Buffalo, yeah, Buffalo has been playing great, no doubt about it. But the Habs can beat them at even strength because if you look at the difference of even strength goals between Buffalo and the Habs, it's about a 40 goal difference almost. So as long as first and second line show up tomorrow night, even if they don't have any power plays, it's a winnable game. But even strength, they've got to score.
So tomorrow you go with who? Fowler?
I would actually go back to Monty
Okay.
after watching his performance the other night. If I'm looking for the guaranteed win, I'm going with Monty.
Okay. I think it's not a bad choice. I think you're going to go with
It's Fowler right now.
Fowler, in my opinion,
Expected, yes.
and that would be makes sense. But now it's Saturday, me, because now you play Ottawa, the rivalry, and now Tobesh win, Montebo lost, right? And they have to pick one Saturday. This will be really, really interesting about that one over there. And so you Ottawa, and there's a big rivalry. If you beat Ottawa Saturday, guys, Ottawa is going to be about 6.7 point behind the playoff. They could be in the trouble after that, Ottawa. And Ottawa are only 11-9-3 at home, and Montreal are on the road. They are excellent, Montreal Canadiens. Buffalo are looking good at home, 15-6-2 this year for them. So listen, I don't know what you think, but that will be really interesting about that. Who has the bigger disappointment this year, Lafrenière or Mishkov?
I'm going to go with Michkov.
No doubt, me, I go with Mishkov. Like no doubt,
Yeah.
like no doubt, go straight with Mishkov. Like after what he did last season, the expectation you're looking for with him, right? It's a bit like Lennartson he did last year, right? They finished with City Brunet 63, 64 points, 66 points, 68 points. And look, City Brunet, second year, boom, all good. Look, Hudson, boom, all good. But look, Mitchkov, bad. Drop, like he have only one goal the last 20 games, I believe. Lafrenière, I understand that, but Lafrenière 4 or 5 years in the NHL. At 10 goals, you have 3 points tonight or 2 points. But me, I go with Mishkov. Definitely,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
It's funny because when Rick Tocchet was hired, 2 days later, somebody put out a tweet, one of the insiders from Philadelphia, and he said, "I'm going to guarantee you with Rick Tocchet coming here, Mitchkov will be a nobody here." And man, was he right.
Yeah. Um,
But Saturday,
like
coach, I'm going with, if you're going with Fowler tomorrow night, then I'm going Monty on Saturday.
you go with
That's
Monte
going to be
on Saturday.
it's going to be an emotional game. It's going to be a rough game. Dobish won't. I don't think Dobish is the right guy for Saturday night. It's going to get ugly. I think personally.
So look like tomorrow night we see Lions between the pipe. Alex Lyon will be for Buffalo tomorrow night.
Yeah.
2.82 on that one. For the Ottawa is going to be Marie Malin, but at the end of the day, Ottawa, the goaltender, are not like, the big K about that one over there. Mishkov is between the ear about that. I agree, coach. A2. There was RDS, who is Sabres leading scorer for Buffalo, Tage Thompson, on my opinion about that. And Toronto Maple Leaf, looking good.
Yeah, but they got beat last night hard. So I
It,
don't look
it,
at those games. Like I said, I look at the divisional games, coach. Those are
it,
the
it,
big ones for me.
it's funny, yeah, right? Because the record is good, 7-1-2, right? Montreal was
Yeah.
7-2-2 the last 10 game, right? But you always remember the last one, right? It's like the last 6-1
Yeah.
is odd. And Montreal lost 4-0 against Detroit. But again, they're looking better. They are right now. Look, guys, it's not easy this year. I'll just give you an example, Luciano. Pittsburgh 6-3-1, Toronto 7-1-2, Boston 6-3-1, Buffalo, guys, 8-0, Islanders 6-3-1, and you have Montreal 6-2 now, and you have Detroit 6-3-1, and you have Tampa Bay, guys, 10-0. So you have about half of the conference winning consistency, and you win,
Yeah.
and you still not go up. You're still in the same place because everybody win. It's difficult this year, like I never see
But
this
that's why
before that.
I remember last time I was on, I said to you, I said, they need to figure out and solidify this goaltending, because when you get to these division games, you want your best guy in to give you the best chance to win, because these are the games that are going to kill you if you lose.
Exactly. I will say one more thing about that. I will say to you, it's all about the you cannot lose 3 games. Like you cannot winning and losing many games. If you're losing 4-5 games, you'll go down in the statement. So you have
Yeah.
to keep close. One leads, you lose 1 game, it's okay. You win the next game, you're still hanging there. But you cannot losing 3-4 games, 4 game. Like the Rangers losing 4 right now. And you look about after that, guys, the Flyers, they dropped 3 right now. That's a big problem there. And after them, guys, Panthers, Devils, Senator, Blue Jacket, all them win 2 games. I'm telling you right now, this is the Atlantic. The Eastern is conference is terrible but on the Western, you already have right now only maybe 10 team fight, maybe 11 fight for the playoff. That's it. The 5 other team all disappear on that one. So, look, you have a lot
Yeah,
of
it's going
games
to be
to
crazy.
go. Yeah, a lot of things to do, and we're going to see what it's going to look like the next couple of weeks. But it's fun, as if every night everything could happen. The next day, you never know what could be the next thing to do. But I can wait until the Olympics. The schedule is demanding, many injuries, and I think the win. Look, Detroit. This is the most lucky team with no injury this year. And look what they look
Yeah.
like. In Tampa Bay have many injuries. The Brennan Point injury could affect Tampa Bay Lightning, I believe, and it could affect Team Canada. I don't know who to take about this. Who do you think they're going to select? Do you think they're going to select Connor Bedard for Team Canada, or they're going to go with Sam Bennett or Max Sheffley?
I think they're going to go with Bennett. I think they're going to go with Bennett.
Bennett?
I would personally go with Bennett myself.
Yeah.
It's that Canada versus the United States. You're going to want Bennett out there. It's going to be ugly. They want
Yeah.
USA wants their retribution.
Yeah. Now you have to think about a top six player. I think Point was on the top six. Top six. You have to think about someone play can be more on the top six, or like you just said, can Bennett pick up a top four, a bottom four, six, and then you put someone at the bottom six, move up on the top six. So that's, I don't have that
Yeah.
question. Maybe like a City Bruni can maybe there if you think about that. So that maybe eliminate. It's only out 1 week, guys. Tony, is it the update now? I thought it was going to be a long time from John Cooper. He said after the game.
No, I saw him. I think week to week or day to day, something on point.
Okay. So
Yeah.
if it's only week to week, we bring them about 3 weeks now. They'd be fine. But I thought it was going to be a little bit longer. I think it was in Joe Bardi for the Team Canada, but could be wrong here for sure. ADB,
Yeah.
have a good day. That's all.
The
Anything
Rangers
you
could
want
use
to
Brady
add,
Point.
this channel before we go?
I
Prediction
said
for
the
tomorrow
Rangers
night.
could use. The
Prediction for
Rangers
tomorrow
could
night.
use it. What was that?
Prediction for tomorrow night. Who win?
I think it's going to go to overtime.
Overtime.
I think it's going to overtime. I think the Habs will win 4-2. Sorry, 4-3 in overtime.
It's not a bad choice about this because
Yours?
Montreal have the number of the Buffalo Sabres. The last 6-7 game, I believe the record is what? 5-1-0?
Last five, the Sabres are 0-4-1 versus the Habs.
On the road. A 1 point for Montreal, I would be happy. But 2 points would be good. Another big statement. 3 points on 4 for Montreal Canadiens for me would be good for me. 4 would be excellent. 2, it is what it is. But we cannot lose 2 both games. That's not acceptable for me about that. So we are demanding now in the channel. We ask for more and more and more. So all right,
night it's
channel.
gonna be
I will
who's
see
more
you next time. Maybe it's on the weekend.
Yes.
All right. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks so much, Luciano.
Good night, guys. Good night. Thank you.
Thanks so
everyone.
much.
Thank
Luciano
you.
Graziano, guys, with the Hockey Nation Show on the great special edition of the Hab Nation. That's what we do here. We bring some contents. I know, understand. We're not many people, but at the end of the day, I think it's fun to see all of us together and to enjoy what we love to do, guys, is, of course, talking about the Montreal Canadiens. We want to thank Luciano. We want to thank a super chat, Larry and Mark Elliott. Apologize, Mark Elliott, for that super chat. Thanks so much. Moderator, thanks so much. RJ Galabo, great active tonight. RJ Galabo, we appreciate a lot. And thanks again for all of you to be at the Hockey Nation Show. I wish you an amazing, great night. And I can wish you tomorrow night. Buffalo, Montreal, 7 o'clock. Until then, be wild, be held. Find a way not only to dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the first half of what? 2026. And the only reason we get better, we get maybe 10,900. I'm not sure, we're missing a couple of people. It's because you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Pete Martin knocked the door at the last second tonight. Pete Martin, welcome back, my friend. We missed Luc Lafortune this week. Cash fan, he's in the house. How's you gonna go? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it a lot. And I can wait to see all of you tomorrow night. Pete Martin, hopefully everything is to get better at home. Mark Elliott, thanks so much for everything, my friend. And listen, we try to bring Luciano as a Montreal Canadiens fans. That's what's happening very soon. About that, the Hockey Nation, the Ab Nation, and all that anymore, and the Kingdom Animal and Thailand. Want to tell you one more thing. So we love you, friends. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock p.m. Montreal, Buffalo. Oh, Tony. Good night, buddy.